It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the candidates for Junior Champion of the International Brown Swiss Show. There were 217 animals exhibited. In the spring heifer calf class, there were 38 heifers. Entry 2288 was the first place heifer. Brown Haven Design Frida, owned by Brown Heaven of Verchères, Quebec. Second place entry was 2273, Powerline Diego Sparkle, owned by Paige, Josie, Jude, and Camden Kennard of Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. In the winter heifer calf class, there were 40 heifers shown. Entry 3786 was your first place heifer, Top Gun C Tickle My Pickle, shown by Emily Fisher of Pittsfield, Ohio. In second place was entry 2335, M&M Carter Sage, owned by M&M Swiss, Levi and Jacob Stussel of Elma Center, Wisconsin. Your fall heifer calf class had 52 entrants. Entry number 2352 was first, Genlar Rasta Westlin, owned by Seamers Holsteins of Lomira, Wisconsin. Entry 2361 was second, Edgeview F. Taylor, owned by Sean and Seth Nails and Steve and Dory Lichty of Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. There were 30 summer yearlings. Your first place entry was 2437, Dollhouse Winwright Nirvana, owned by Beth Dahl, Peter Hawks, and Nicolette Shelley of Delta, Utah. The second place entry was entry number 2423, Shadow Valley Daredevil Halo, owned by Amelia Summers of Walton, New York. In the spring yearling class, there were 26 heifers. Entry 2468 was first, Pit Crew Rasta Tricky, owned by Pit Crew Genetics of Cambridge, Minnesota. The second place heifer was entry 2471, Pit Crew Phantom Nikita, leased by Allison Foss and owned by Pit Crew Genetics of Cambridge, Minnesota. In the winter yearling heifer class, there were 15 heifers, and entry 2479 was first, Shelburne B.R. Dell's Designer, leased by Lily Jensen, owned by Haley Gurink and Kelvin Webster of Blue Mounds, Wisconsin. Entry 2486 was second, and she is Pit Crew Devil's Rhythm, leased by Allison Foss and owned by Pit Crew Genetics of Cambridge, Minnesota. Your fall yearling class had 16 heifers, and the first place heifer was entry 2495, Stephen Famous Kelsey, owned by Nikki and Kelsey Steffenhagen of Kenosha, Wisconsin. And in second place was entry 3791, Edgeview F. Destiny, owned by Peter Vale of Englewood, Florida. Judge Lammers will now name his junior champions of the International Brown Swiss Show.
Well, before we do that, I would like all the exhibitors here to give these Brown Swiss exhibitors a tremendous round of applause. What a heifer show we've had here this evening. Apologize for taking a little longer, but with you got this much quality in this number of individuals, want to make sure you get everybody an equal and fair look. Pulled 4 heifers I felt were in contention for your junior champion this evening. Our first one being our fall calf, a heifer for me that quite easily won the largest heifer class here this evening, 52 head. A heifer that you just love the style to, the openness of rib, the drop to the flank that this heifer has. Then we pull out our summer yearling, a heifer that's a really hard-topped, high-style heifer, a heifer you might just want to clean up just a little bit up through the front end, but a beautiful, stylish heifer. Then we pulled out our pair of winter yearlings, heifers that were just junior and reserve junior champion of the junior show. Heifers, you love the dairy strength. Maybe they're not the biggest heifers out here, but you just love the balance and width and substance they have. With that, I'll go out and select your junior champion, reserve, and honorable mention. Well, what a great group of heifers, and for me, this heifer just does a tremendous job. She puts it all together for me. For a brown Swiss heifer, this is what I'm looking for. Hard topped, high style, tremendous angularity, openness of rib. Maybe their owners can change themselves to Seamers Brown Swiss tonight. But we're going to follow her up with a reserve for this winter yearling, a heifer you love, the dairy strength, the width, the substance too. She goes over our second prize winter yearling just on a little more width. Congratulations. We'll see you in the morning.
Winning your junior champion is the Fall Heifer Calf. She is Jenlar Rasta Westland, owned by Seamers Holsteins of Lomira, Wisconsin. The reserve junior champion is the Winter Yearling. She is entry number 2479, Shelburne B.R. Dells Designer, leased by Lily Jensen and owned by Haley Gurink and Kelvin Webster of Blue Mounds, Wisconsin. And your honorable mention is the second place Winter Yearling heifer, entry 2486, Pit Crew Devil's Rhythm, leased by Allison Foss and owned by Pit Crew Genetics of Cambridge, Minnesota. Congratulations.